Okay, so we are ready to go, and we are flying to an airfield on the northwest of Scotland called Viewfield. So we are here now, EGQZ, and we'll just take a heading towards EGLZ, and after which we'll be flying down towards the next airport, which is EGZL, which is the Feshiebridge Airfield. Okay, so looks like we're all set. Just make sure that we have signed in into BushTalk radio. Yep, it's logged in. Okay, close that. And let's jump into the aircraft. Okay, we're gonna stick to about 1500 feet of altitude, so we can have a look at the we can have a VFR flight, that is. Okay, it looks like everything looks good. We might need flaps for this. If I notice we have some runway behind us, which is wasted, so I'm gonna just do a quick turnaround. It's an aircraft waiting for us to depart, so we might as well just get on the way. Okay, let's do it. Gotta go. Let's go full throttle. Release the brakes. Forty, 60, lift off. And gears up. So we are flying slightly to the east. And flaps up. The Bonanza has a variable pitch on its propellers. Okay, slow down and level off. Landing lights off. Right, this is a bit high. Let's stick to about 2000 feet for now, and we'll descend if we need to. Hey Z Windex, how's it going, man? Thanks for joining in. It's going good here. It's continuing the flight in Scotland. How's it going with you? Did you do any flying this week? What weather is this? I'm just wondering. I thought I put it on live weather. It is live weather. Oh, never knew Scotland has this nice weather. Oh yeah, thank you. You mean the circuit and landings? The first few were a bit bumpy, but it got better after that, right? I didn't realize I did 13 of those. Just imagine that. So I had 2 hours. So just didn't realize it was 13 takeoffs and landings. I didn't want to edit the video further. I thought of just not cutting it down and just put it. I think it's about an hour and a half, that video. Okay, I'm gonna put it on to auto heading for this one. Autopilot on, heading. Okay, let's stick to 1500. So is it similar to what you guys do in the US, the pattern work? My trim is not working for some reason. Just 1 second. Sorry, had to just go away for a minute. Okay, you were saying pretty much exactly the same as, okay, just to do mine uncontrolled airport. So an uncontrolled airport means you would just announce that you are doing every phase of the pattern, right? Yep. Okay, cool. Do they, I mean, are there a lot of uncontrolled airports in where you are? I mean, what would be a better option? Flying in an uncontrolled airport or flying in a controlled airport? Which is you gonna expect more during your flight or during your flying career? I guess there's much more controlled airports, isn't it, in the UK? I mean, in the US. Interesting. When I switch on the autopilot, my trim doesn't work. Altitude. Let's go down to 1500. All right, okay, got it. Right, let's put some songs on. So did you do any flights this week, the past week? I skipped 1 week, so I'm going to fly this Friday. Because for some reason the airport was closed for a few hours, and that was the time that I want to fly in the mornings. They were doing some mapping exercises. So I told my instructor I'm going to skip for that week. Every day? Oh my god. Wow, every day. That's nice. But do you fly for an hour a day or a couple of hours? And I'm sure that you have to file a flight plan, right, for every flight. An hour and a half each. Don't mind me asking, what are the charges like in the US for an hour and a half? For here, an hour is going to cost me about almost 1,000 ringgit. 1,000 ringgit means $250 for an hour, roughly. I don't know what the exchange rate is now. Alright, so no flight plans. You just jump into the aircraft, start and go, yeah? And you announce as you go around. Oh, interesting. For me, I have to do flight plans every time. And now, just a week ago, they announced that we also have to do weight and balance. So not only we have to prepare the flight plan, but now we have to prepare the weight and balance and send it to them. That's something new. We have never done this before. Okay, the airport is coming close. The wind is... where's the wind coming from? Let's have a look. Coming from the south. So runway 15 is probably the best to land. Runway 15. Okay. So it's 320. Well, that's a lot. I mean, in dollars is cheap, but if I convert to our local ringgit here, is more than what I pay for. 160 and 60, yeah, 320. The 320 is 220. 220. Okay, that's cheap. And you get a special price for being a student. This aircraft have a fuel. Do I need to switch to fuel around once in a while? I don't fly the Baron a lot, so today I thought of just having a go at it. Where is that fuel gauge thingy? Or is it up here? Avionics, Beto hit. Ah, there you go. So we do have to switch it around. Select the other thing. Okay, just in case. Luckily I checked. No, I paid the same price. Oh, okay, there are no flight schools almost 100 miles, so they can, wow, yeah, take advantage, don't they? Not much of a highlands here. Scotland's supposed to have a lot of highlands, right? Maybe because of we are the coast. And what city is that? There's a city over there. That is the Bucky. Buckpool. Bucky. It's a small little airfield that we can land at. Grass strip. Bucky. There's Bucky over there. Spin, what do you mean? You had your first spin means did it do it on purpose or it just happened? Or the instructor purposely put it into a spin? We don't do spins here, you know. I think we don't do any of those emergency landing with the engine switched off or shut off. What they do is just pull the throttle back, and they expect you to do some maneuvers for you to be able to recover the aircraft. But I don't know, maybe FAA, you guys will have to learn how to get off a spin, right? Airport is closed somewhere. I let's descend to 1,000 feet and find out where the airport is. Where is the airport? We're about 4 nautical miles. Should be able to see it. It should be 3-3. Somewhere here. Oh, there you go. That's the one. Look at a nice view here when you really fly in a real aircraft. Oh, you're not. It's not part of the PPL. Okay, but you just got into it by accident. Flaps 1. High performance and high horsepower engines tend to develop into spins. All right. Yeah, you mentioned that you have the XP version, right? Let's slow the aircraft down. The only thing about grass strips is I don't know where they are, where they start and where they end. Knots. Where is the... Oh, okay, I got it. It starts here. Gears down. Alright, almost at the edge of the runway, I think. Okay, we are going to turn around and we're gonna lift off and go to the next destination. Let's close that flight plan and go to the next one. Oops, not that one. I want this one. What's the next one? Yep, got it. This one. Okay. Yeah, the aircraft is powerful, isn't it? 200 horsepower. You probably need a couple of only a couple of hundreds feet to take off. But then again, you guys are the airport is quite high in the elevation, right? So it does compensate for the engine and the long runway. Let's try and get a lot of space here. I'm holding my table here because my seat is slipping to the back when I'm on my rudders. Let's try and get possibly all the available grass here for takeoff. Flaps are up. I don't know whether this grass is too long or something. It might be. Okay, let's start over here. We should have at least markings, right? Something, a marker or something. Okay, since it's a soft wheel takeoff, let's put flaps 1 and let's have a look. I couldn't be bothered about the transponder. Should I? Transponder. Nope. Transponder. Yeah, it's on the old. That's fine. Let's go. Full power. Whoa. Gears up. .500 feet, flaps up. The Cessna that I fly, we climb out at 70. The instructor told me to aim either for ascending or descending is 70. I mean, taking off and approaching. So we do 70 knots. This is a nice scenery here. Heading a bit to the right. Now I see the highlands. Hey, Captain Arash. Good morning. Thank you for joining me. I've been expecting you for many, many weeks and many months. Thanks for popping in. I'm flying in the UK, doing the UK tour on the Skypark in Scotland at the moment. I've done the UK part 1, flown around, and now I'm doing the UK part 2. I'm also jumping to Greece. That's why you see in my Twitch, you can see that actually I'm flying Greece, but For some reason I forgot to change that. Are you doing a Twitch shortly? I mean, doing a stream shortly? Because you do, right? Normally after this, a couple of hours time. Climb out at 80 an extra power is definitely nice for climbing. Yeah. How high is the airport again? Where you are? Is it? You mentioned 6,000 feet. The airport. Kind of high, right? You're on a 6,000 feet, I think. Hang on, this thing is in the way. Let's put it on this side. Yep. Eastern Glider Airfield. Yeah, it's okay, Captain Arash. Not a problem. I understand. Because my afternoon is your morning, so I start at about around this time, so you're still sleeping. I understand. And I see that you've been playing some Uncharted games yesterday, last night, instead of flying. Just for fun, I suppose. You getting back into it, or we were playing that before? Was it Uncharted, right? Oh, okay. Nice. So you are a gamer then. / pilot. Nice. Yeah, I thought the game is quite cool, right? Is that the latest one? Because the graphics were quite nice. This guy running around and shooting people. What time is it in Canada now? 7 in the morning? 8 in the morning? 7 in the morning? There's some terrain coming up. Oh, 1005 is fine. Oh, right. But the graphics looks nice, right? Even though it's back from 2007. Nice graphics. All right, so we're going to start back from the beginning, yeah? I'm surprised that they can run on the current architecture of OS and hardware. Sometimes the old games, they do not play. Because then they were on a CD-ROM, by the way. Balmora Castle. Shall we go and have a look at Balmora Castle? I think we should. What's Balmora Castle all about? Wow, 5 a.m. Why are you up so early? Wow, you guys are almost 11 hours away from us. It's like 4 in the afternoon now. 2 a.m. where you are, Zbindex. Yeah, no wonder I get less people on Twitch around this time. 5 a.m. Wow. You ready to getting up to go to work, Captain Arash? Or is it you preparing to start your stream? You start your stream and then you go off to work, is it? Something like that. You do quite a long streams, right? 3, 4, 5 hours sometimes. Today's flight is the you got a two now, right? One is the fly around the world, and the other one is the fly for fun or something like that, right? Okay. 2.5 hours flights before my work. Okay. So you start around what, 7 o'clock in the morning until 9:30. Yeah, you are crazy. 6 a.m. flight, 9 o'clock at work. That's crazy. But you are one of my favorite channels to follow, you know, for Flight Simulator. Recently I've not been joining you because there's Ramadan going on now. So by the time I reach home, it's, you know, we break fast and I'm not able to join you. So sorry about that, but soon. Ramadan is going to be over in about a week. Why am I climbing? Thank you, Captain Arash. So you're still enjoying your Vegemite? Taking a pinch every time? Or you just put it away now? We still have some left. Okay, that means you were eating it along the way. Cool. I was having a chat with the Z Windex. He's actually a student pilot like me. So we were exchanging ideas about flying in the US and flying in where I am, which is Malaysia. So they are following FAA and we are following what's the one? Oh my god, the European one. Can't remember the short form for it now. I want to go and have a look at Balmora Castle. What is that all about? So my flight a bit longer, but it's fine. Okay, let's go there. We might as well. Z Windex slips. You're talking about side slips and forward slips, right? I think my next second landing will be doing flapless landings. So I think for flapless landing, we might need to do the forward slip to slow the aircraft down, right? So I'm looking forward for that as well. Yeah, the European EASA, EASA, that's the one, yeah, EASA. So we're following those syllabus. And there's a lot of exams to sit for, a lot of exams. All in all, I counted about 13 things that I have to pass through, including English proficiency, and the other one will be, what do you call, verbal radio, practical radio sessions. What do you call it, verbal radio? Something like that. So you got to sit in front of a person, and they will give you some commands to talk about some emergency landings, and I have to be able to repeat or say those things to him. So altogether about 13 subjects that I have to take, and I was surprised because I thought of going into PPL, you only sit for a couple of exams and that's it. I didn't realize there were 13 exams. So have you, Z-Windex, have you done the slips? Maybe you can give me some pointers. Captain Arash, you should pick up flying. Highly recommended. You can do it over the weekends for maybe an hour and a half or 2 hours. That's what I do. I do 2 hours a week on a Friday. Biggest dream, yeah. Yeah, it was my biggest dream as well when I was still small. But I'm trying to fulfill it now, slowly but surely. I think for you guys, I mean, when you live in the US, I suppose it's cheaper, and there's lots more places to discover and fly to. Here in Malaysia is very limited. It's a very small country, and they only have a handful of airports that you can go to. In your case, wow, Canada is so huge. You can fly anywhere you want. Yeah, the financial thing also stopped me from doing it, but I found out that I had the notion of things being expensive, but I found later on that actually you can pay them bit by bit. Right, it's just like they open up an account for me, and I just transfer a bit of money into there, and whenever it gets good enough, I can just go for a flight. It is a big commitment when you think about it. It's like a huge sum, but if you break it down, it seems manageable. Thank you, Captain Arash. I do believe this is the actual weather in Scotland now. It can't be. Scotland is always rainy. Am I on the live weather? I think I am. Yeah, I am live weather. Surprisingly, it's nice and cloudless. Maybe Asobo is not doing their job. Don't tell them. Skidding is when you have rudder and aileron in the same direction. Aileron and rudder at the same time? turn right, right rudder. I thought it's the other way, right? If your right wing is low, you hit the left rudder, right, to maintain the angle or something like that. Like you're coming in like that. I don't know. I'm gonna try it. That's for student. Oh, student days. Also mortgage payments. I understand. Yeah, got it. Yeah. I did it in my late 50s. Not in my mid 50s. So I had my financial sorted out, and I started with my flights. I understand. Yeah. Because it's all slipping is upside rudder and opposite rudder and there. Okay, right. Oh yeah, skidding and slipping. Yeah, you're right. Skid it, and then we got to skid and we got to slip. Where's the castle coming up? Captain Arash, I'm amazed that you can sometimes sit down for hours and fly the aircraft. I mean, on the simulator. But it's fun, right? When you have a lot of people with you, keeping you company, and you don't see the time just flies by. But if you're just alone, sitting down by yourself, it gets bored. It gets boring. Go around this valley here. Yeah. And I'm amazed how what's her name? What's her name? She's doing the flights around. Oh my god, how can I remember? I forgot her name. Amy? Not Amy. What's her name again? On Twitch, yeah. What's her name? She's doing the lady pilot that disappeared long time ago. She's doing her flights. Oh my god, how can I forget her name? And she does 7-8 hours of flight. Alison, yeah, that's the one. She comes in sometime into my Twitch streaming, says hi, but she can. Wow, when I wake up from sleep and she's still flying. That's amazing. Check right, I have to do a slip and touch down right on top of 1,000 foot bar. Wow, have you done your check right? That's amazing. You're like, I mean, you and I, we have the same hours, right? Like I'm hitting 21 hours now. So you already done your check right? Or are you planning for it? Emilia Earhart, yeah, that's the one. Thank you, Z-Windex. Yeah, she does the Emilia Earhart flight around the world, and she flies for a long time. I'm amazed. There's a castle coming up. I'll make sure that I have BushTalk radio at the back. Otherwise, yeah, there we go. I love BushTalk radio. Oh, preparing for it. I've got solo. Oh, nice. You're going for first solo. Nice. Looking forward for my solo as well. The solo will be the pattern work, right? The first solo. Okay, this is the Balmora Castle.
Balmoral Castle is a large estate house in Royal Deeside, Aberdeenshire, Scotland, owned by Queen Elizabeth II. It is near the village of Crathie, 6.2 miles west of Ballater and 6.8 miles east of Braemar. Balmoral has been one of the residences of the British royal family since 1852, when the estate and its original castle were bought from the Farquharson family by Prince Albert, the husband of Queen Victoria. Soon afterwards the house was found to be too small and the current Balmoral Castle was commissioned. The architect was William Smith of Aberdeen, and his designs were amended by Prince Albert. Balmoral remains private property of the Queen and is not part of the Crown estate. The castle is an example of Scottish baronial architecture, and is classified by Historic Environment Scotland as a Category A listed building. The new castle was completed in 1856 and the old castle demolished shortly thereafter. The Balmoral estate has been added to by successive members of the royal family, and now covers an area of approximately 50,000 acres. It is a working estate, including grouse moors, forestry, and farmland, as well as managed herds of deer, Highland cattle, and ponies.
Nice. Okay, let's head to the airport. Three takeoffs and landings. We'll do the solo. I think here we only do one. The instructor is scared that we might damage the aircraft. I do one and then that's it. Z-Windex for FYI, Captain Arash is doing a world tour on his Cessna 172. I think he's about 100 and something hours in, right? Or was it days, sorry. You just hit 100 plus hours. Not hours, sorry, days. So I've been following him as well and flying along with him whenever I can. So do follow his channel as well, Captain Arash. Okay, how high is this terrain? Why do we have to go so high? It's not that high. So it can level off here. Some instructors in the US let students solo only after 10 hours. Wow, that's interesting. Yeah, I guess it's up to the instructor, right? The students are very, very good. I'm sure they will allow them to do the solo as soon as possible. "16 nautical miles to go." Wind is coming from the south, so we are going to land on runway. Runway 21. Let's do a runway 21. Hey RBN Cried ZTEX 1999, thank you for the follow. No, I was referring your channel to ZWindex. I was telling ZWindex about your channel that you're flying around. RBN, I'm flying in Scotland and we're landing in an airfield called, what's the name of the airfield again? Feshiebridge Airfield, EGZL, shortly. So we started off in a place called Peterhead, just north of Scotland, and then with that was our first leg. This is our second leg. I'm using the Skypark to do my missions. Why did my laptop restart? I guess that airfield is in between these mountains somewhere. Yeah, it's on our right somewhere here. Oh no, I think it's ahead for 9 nautical miles, so in between here somewhere. I think the mapping here is not done properly. You can see the lines here. Okay, I think this is where the airport is. Nice. Also on the other side of. Let's try and follow this valley here. Yeah, thank you, Captain Arash. Thanks for keeping me company, joining me. Appreciate that. Thank you so much. Yeah, do drop by once in a while, yeah? Say hi. I'll do the same on your channel as well. And when I get a chance, I'll pop in and fly with you. Thank you, Captain Arash. Take care. Okay, we'll go around this hill on the left hand side, and then I'm sure we'll be landing at runway 21. Was it 21? Yeah, runway 21. Okay, I guess we should descend. What got me interested in flying? Oh, when I was little, I used to fix these airplanes together. You know, these toy airplanes. There's a kit called the Airfix. So I bought that with my brother and I. We're just a year apart. So both of us were interested in aviation, putting little aircraft together. We had a lot of collection, and I don't know what happened to it. It disappeared somewhere. And then I joined the airline for a good few years. That got me more interested in the aviation industry. There's the airport over there. So I was flying not as a pilot, as a cabin crew, and which allowed me to go into the cockpit and ask the captains, the pilots, a lot of other questions, which I found out more information about how to become a pilot and all that kind of stuff. But I think it's a bit too late for me to pick up on commercial license for now. So I think that you intend to become a commercial pilot? So runway 21, now it's 24, yeah. 21 is just straight in now. Prepare for landing, full prop. Mixture is full. We'll do some height here. It's another one of the grass runways. Flaps 10. So you do want to become a commercial pilot, right? Yeah, 250 hours seems like a lot. Okay, I think the runway is in sight. Slow down. Flaps 20. Pitot heat is off. Switch it on. Landing gears down. Oh, it's windy. I think the trees are still too high, especially when you're coming on a runway. My audio means my microphone is not working.
It's real shit, man.
Welcome to EGLZ, EGZL, sorry. Audio went out. You mean my microphone? You don't hear me anymore? Oh, you muted me. I don't know whether there's a terminal in front there. Let's just go there. I don't know whether that's the one. I don't know. This is a grass runway. I don't see any other aircraft here, but I assume that that's the where we should go. Flaps up. Find that turning in this aircraft in a Sobo Microsoft aircrafts are a bit tough, hard to do compared to the real aircraft. For some reason, I don't know why. Let's just park here then. Okay, brakes on. Flaps are up. Okay, we are here. Right, so time to shut down. Let's okay. Avionics off. Let's switch off all the lights. And everything's down. Cool. Right, guys. Thanks for joining me, especially Z-Windex, Captain Arash, and what's the other? Someone was saying hi just now. I lost his name. Doesn't matter. Yeah, lots of fields in Scotland. You're right. Yeah, I find that a lot of grass runways in Scotland for some reason. And the hard part is finding exactly where to land the, the heading, because they're all unmarked. But it's fun though. Alright, so that's the end of the stream for today, guys. Thanks for joining me. I hope to see you again in the next one. For those who are watching this on YouTube, please say hi, like and subscribe the channel. Right, so this is Adventure 494 signing off, and I'll see you again soon, and happy flying. Bye.